Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you saw by the title, I'm gonna be cleaning outside my house. And you guys, I plan to do this video in one day, and joke's on me, right? It took me all week. I was not expecting to take that long, and it was just a lot every single day, but I am so happy how it turned out. It was just a huge difference. I wish I could have done more, but of course I'll do that with overtime. A lot of you guys were actually worried about us. We are fine. It's just the reason that I ended up out of little videos was because this whole thing was overwhelming for me. It took a lot of time out of me, and it was just, I couldn't just do or stick with the schedule. But I'm happy to be uploading again. Looking at worms, you guys, brought me so many childhood memories, and I was like, this dirt is actually not going anywhere. I'm gonna use this as compost because later in the video you'll see that I'm gonna be planting some things, and it would just work perfect. And I'm not an expert on outside cleaning whatsoever or gardening, but you know, you have to try new things, and I am loving it. I must say, I'm really new to it, but so far everything looks good, so I think I did well. We didn't have a lot of equipment with us, so we just work with our hands. I mean, back in the day, that's how people used to do it. So don't come for me that I didn't use gloves. Later on in the video, in the gardening part, you will see that my husband actually got me some gardening gloves. That's so nice of him. He saw me how much I was like, my nails, dirt under my nails. And that's whenever he went to get those little boxwood plants, and so yeah, that's when he got it for me. Now this right here took hours, you guys, just cleaning this area. Now it was our fault because like last year we just did not care about it, to be honest with you. We didn't know nothing of what we were doing. We had to do a lot of a little bit of research how to do things in a way, and we just did what it had to get done, like the main things. Now the backyard, we didn't finish it all the way, which we're gonna be working with it this summer. The grass is really horrible, and that's where you're gonna have to work with it. And you know, it just doesn't happen overnight. You have to treat it and just be on top of it, which I am gonna be enjoying so much. I love the outdoors, so yeah, if I'm not on Instagram, on YouTube, then you already know where I'm at. Now, as I was trying to do and get rid of stuff like this, I found a dead bird. It was a baby bird. It was so sad. And we discovered we have a nest literally outside our door, which is so cute. Nature is so beautiful. This area right here overgrown. Like I say, we didn't clean anything last year, and we said this year is the year because then the kids wouldn't really have an area to play, and they love to be outside. So he was using this type of scissors, I don't know what they're called, and he broke them. So that's whenever he went and head to Lowe's and got the stuff he needed that he thought it would be helpful for him. So shout out to him because he did help me a lot, you guys. He's like, you and your videos, you crazy ideas with videos. So on this day, it was on a Sunday, I believe, and we just wanted to make sure to get all the branches and all the overgrown trees and just cut them up and put them on the curb because on the following Monday they were gonna pick up all the branches and stuff. So we're like, yeah, we have to at least get that done today for sure, and then tomorrow will be another day. If you are new and you just don't know, we are renting this house. It's not ours. And yeah, that's why, I mean, there's only so much you can do, you know. Um, this shed with over time it started moving. We didn't even know it was detached from the cement. So yeah, we still have the boxes since like when we first moved in. But I just told him we have to throw everything out. I'm scared for the kids to get a spider bite or anything. I was terrified of spiders, and there were so many in here, and I kept on telling him, you gotta get this. I can't. So this is when we were done, and then so the next day we continued. He started mowing the yard, and I decided to start with power washing. So these guys came through at the right time. I was already planning to buy a pressure washer, and they reached out to me. So I'm like, yes, let me try this. And this is where like the water hose goes, and then the soap dispenser. And you can get this at any really store. You just have to look for like the name of it. It cleans a lot of stuff, you guys, and for this little machine it does an amazing job. Right here I didn't want to do it properly, but you can put the gun there basically. I was terrified of pressure washer because there's some of them that are really strong, and I'm a very small person. I didn't want to be like falling or hurting myself or anyone else. So the fact that you can handle this one, like if I could handle it, you can too. It has a lot of you can tell a lot of, like, you don't have to be switching like the nozzles. I think that's what they're called. And actually it was really easy to use, but since like I didn't do videos for like 3 weeks, my body was not used to this, which working every day. So I was so sore because of it, but it was so worth it. Like knowing now that I'm inside my house, knowing that it's just better outside, like knowing that there's not really spiders outside right now because, we really clean. We put the stuff that we had to put on the grass and stuff for the mosquitoes, flies, bugs, ticks. So we actually taking this seriously this year, where we keep it clean, because if we decide to move, we don't have to do this task. Now I'm going to shut up because it's the most satisfying part. Of course, every time you see me with a new outfit, that means there's another day. I had to do a lot of stopping when it came to the pressure washer because like it gets tiring with over time. And if you're the type of person like me that likes satisfying lines, it takes longer. So of course my hubby had to take over the next day. Before I forget to mention, you see the mess right next to the door. Well, that's the neighbor's area, which I'm gonna ask him for permission for me to clean that area because there's a lot of overgrown stuff and I just don't want to cut it without at least letting him know. We always help out the neighbor somehow, but every time he don't answer the door, I'm thinking like something happened to him. So most times he's just asleep. What I was gonna say, but if after 3 days I don't see him, I go check on him because I don't know, I just have this thing with old people. I love old people, and sometimes giving a hand doesn't hurt anybody. I wasn't going to add this clips, but it's hard not to. A storm came this day and just ruined everything. So we had to finish stuff the next day, of course, or get more things done. And I sprayed some weed and grass killer, so it was easier to take them out. But then after I took everything out, I make sure to spray some again because it happens to be that since everybody's doing gardening because they're all at home, they didn't really have the weed blocker, which is very important before you put some mulch in. So, you have to do what you have to do. Now, the storm we got, it was bad. We had some help, but in other places it was worse. And that's our fear every time the storm like this comes around because we don't want any tornadoes, no surprises. And last weekend we actually did have a tornado and it wasn't close to us at all, but two people actually died. That's what sucks living in Oklahoma, to be honest with you. We get tornadoes, and especially in April and May, which is a tornado season. So you see me here doing the rest of the cleaning before I go ahead and start planting and doing my thing. If you're an expert on gardening, please don't come for me. I'm trying, and I feel like me renting this home kind of will teach me if I did some things wrong, some things right. I want to learn from experience. So I got the cheapest plants I could find and just do something because I do have indoor plants, but of course it's not the same as having them in the ground. So yeah, I'm at this point in experimenting. I went ahead and added some fresh soil, and of course I ran out, so I ended up using the compost that I collected the other days ago. So yeah, you see me here with that process. I don't know if you really want details when it comes to gardening, but I just thought I will add it on here because I really enjoy it and it's something different, of course, than what I usually do. And who knows, I might give you that motivation to do something with your front yard, backyard, or some type of motivation, and that's why I did this video. For the record, I told my husband not to use chanclas, but he didn't care. But then he regretted it later. So yeah, I'm gonna just basically just put fresh soil or compost. And now I went ahead and also added some orchid bark just because they like to be really well drained, and I had to be watering them like twice or once a day at least for them to really take off. So I didn't went ahead and trim them yet because I wanted to really settle first. And I was just so happy to do this, you guys. It just added a cute front porch area. Like, oh, I love it. I love it so much. As you can see here, I have some free space for new plants and I'm excited, but you can just tell a huge difference, which I love it. And then the very next day, I came to find out a bunch of leaves inside of here, of course, because Oklahoma is something else. So it's okay. I mean, it gives me something to do every day, which I really enjoy. And it's just beautiful. I really enjoy it. Also, I got this one because it was on sale. So this is another day, and this is when we're gonna be doing our driveway. Now, some of you actually do know where I live. Just please don't come to my house. Just don't do that, you know. And if you figure it out where I live, don't come by. Not to be rude, it's just like I get a lot of cars that slow down and they just stare at me, not even that high. But yeah, just don't do it. So the trash cans were really disgusting. I didn't really want to go in there and scrub them in, but I did most. Like I took off most of the junk, and it smells like Dawn soap. So I think it did the job. So we did as much as we could, but then my battery was running low, so we didn't show like the whole thing when we finished it. But I mean, I still satisfied. It really is. You are almost at the end of this video. If you made it this far and I gave you some motivation, please make sure to thumbs up this video. I plan to do another one for summer. I love you guys so much and all your support. I will see you and catch you on this one. Oh, if you have some gardening tips, please drop them in the comments because I want to learn more. I appreciate you. See you and catch you on my next one. Bye.